Hello, it's Dr. Bettina here. I'm here to answer a question that has been sent in to nip in the bud. So we got a letter from the mother of a 12-year-old. In the context of divorce, she's worried about her son because he's not opening up and talking about his feelings, and she's worried that he's really struggling with anxiety. So her question to us was, how can I take the conversation to the next level with him? So there's a number of things we need to think about here. First of all, divorce is hard for children. We can't get away from it. They are likely to have some difficult feelings about it. I think what's important for us to know as a parent is that kids are resilient and they will get through if they have us alongside them. The second thing we need to know and remember is that kids are dependent on us being okay. So somehow we need to communicate to them that we are okay and we are coping. It doesn't mean you can't show them your emotions. You can show them that you are sad. You can tell them that you are sad or even frustrated about situations. They can even see you cry. But what is difficult is if you lean on them too much, or if your child feels that you might crumble. You are their backbone, and they need to know that you are okay in order for them to survive, apart from the fact that they love you and it's really hard for them to see you in pain. So number one, know that they're going to have hard feelings, but they'll get through. And number two, try and get this balance right between how much you share emotion with them, but you don't give them too much so you overwhelm them. And then the third thing we need to think about this child is that he is 12. So he's just at the beginning of his teenage years. And we know that what happens at the start of puberty, around that time, there are these significant changes that happen in the brain. And one of the key things that happens for a young person is that they begin to feel emotions much more intensely than they did before. It's to do with an influx of hormones on a certain part of the brain. So emotions are more intensely felt, both the good ones and the difficult ones. So even when there isn't a context of divorce going on, a teenager is likely to feel these emotions more intensely, and they may begin to think, what's going on? I've never felt this before. Am I going mad? Is there something wrong with me? So we know that kids need a place to unpack their feelings. And so this mother's question of how do I open up the conversation is absolutely key. I'm going to give you 4 tips for ways to open up the conversation with a young person of this age. Number 1, normalize his difficult feelings. He needs to know that he's not going mad and that these feelings are okay. So if you notice a change in his behavior, you might just say something like, I've noticed that you've been a bit quieter recently. You've been spending more time in your room. And I imagine that this divorce that I'm going through with your father is really hard. That's all you need to say. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to make it right. You don't need to add a but afterwards. The science shows us that when somebody knows what we're going through, when they are prepared to sit with us, alongside us, when they validate our emotions in that way, just that small thing makes an enormous difference. So that's number 1, normalize his difficult feelings. Number 2, tell him that you are here and that you want to listen. So you want to listen to the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you might say to him, I want you to know that I'm really here to talk things through whenever you want to. But the third thing that's really important with teenagers is that you need to do it on their terms. So we can't bulldoze in and say, come on, you have to talk to me now. Teenagers are very sensitive to us being intrusive in their lives. But we might want to say, I am ready to talk to you. I want to talk to you, but let's find a way that works for you. Now, it may be that talking is easier for a young person when they're in the car. They don't have to make eye contact with you. Maybe when they're on a walk. The conversation might be quite short. They might share one tiny thing with you. With kids who are really struggling to open up, you take every single nugget, you make lots of opportunities for opening up, and then you take every single nugget and you say, well done, thank you for sharing, and let's try again another time. So very much has to be on their terms. And then the final thing is, if you really find that the young person is not opening up to you, then what you might say is, look, I can see that you're struggling to talk to me, but if not me, who else? Who would you go to if you were really struggling? Who are you talking to about these difficult feelings? And try not to be kind of take offense about that. This is not anything to do with how much your child loves you. It's just that they may find it easier to share these difficult emotions, or even verbalize some difficult things that they know you're going to find hard to hear with somebody else. So do everything you can to set that up. I hope that's helpful, and I really wish you the best of luck with helping your son with these big emotions.